Welcome back, my dichotomous friends. It is a beautiful night. If you listen close enough, if you just give your ear some time to adjust and focus right now in your surroundings. In my case, you may hear a sub pump or a cricket. If you really listen, you may hear harmony. That is solely unique to your own ears. Today, we decided to speak on the brevity of time. I remember this certain person growing up believing that their life was going to turn out exactly as he pictured it at 10. You work hard, you strive, you study, you work your way up to the highest of your own potential. You make all this money and you still feel empty. Now, mind you, I am not saying this to judge, showing it as an observation. From the eyes of one incapable of judgment. And so we observe time as aforementioned, something we strive for. We strive for a better future. We strive for something that we cannot hold. If I work hard, if I make more money, if I just hold on longer, I'll get there. But you never do you? There's always more, there's always wanting, there's always saying questions. But the same beautiful thing called hope. Hope for a future, for hope for a better day, hope for something that you can't hold on to now. And then you grow up as an adult and you realize that you're still left wanting. You retire early, as he did. He retired for many years, and for many years, he dealt in the things that he wanted to do the most. He wanted to travel, he wanted to eat good foods, he wanted to find purpose. But what do you do when you already perceive that you have everything you're still left with, hungering for something more? Well, you feel ripped off, don't you? You feel ripped off because you were sold a lie, a dream. You were sold the idea that there was a future to get to that would satisfy you. But your egoic self, your identity as blank, That is the microscope, ironically, that we use to perceive time linearly. And it renders us incapable of viewing it any other way. Because that was the design. That was the structure for the game. To invent something called time. We're able to view our idea of the infinite as a linear, the shadow. A shadow of sorts of what really is. And how beautiful would it be to just be at peace now? Of finally realizing what's most important for you. And perhaps even realizing that your purpose in living is simply to live. Simply to enjoy every little moment that we can see instead of trying to hold on to it and capture it and nail it into a space. Nail it to a piece of space that doesn't exist. Try instead of holding on to it and trying to stay there, just view it. See the world as it is this moment, as it is right now. Not as it should have been or how it could be, but just how it is right now. Though right now is not a slave to time. But I would advise to view the world, the universe, our ideas of good and bad, our ideas of what truth and lies are, and observe all of that and look at it very carefully. And notice how unique it is to your own identity, and how each and every one of us has something different and a different idea of what is right and wrong. Now imagine that you want to play a game. You want to play a game because you're bored. And so you play a game. And in this game, what makes this game beautiful and what makes it a game ultimately is the element of randomness, the element of surprise, the element of differentiating things that normally have no meaning, and now one means right and one means wrong. And in this game, this game is so awesome, you see, because every time you play this game, you don't remember playing it last time. So every time you play this game, it's like you're playing it for the first time. And it is a beautiful game. We invent things called good and right. We invent things called I am a lawyer, I'm a doctor, I am poor, I am rich. And we look at the trees from the woods, woods from the trees. But this beautiful game that you play is beautiful because there are things called rules that hold it together. There are things called limits that hold this whole idea together. We hold this idea prior to the game existing that if the game is to be fun, then you would have to have a winner and a loser. And for these creatures in the game to understand what one thing is to another, to create a separation, as so to speak. Think about that for a moment. What is it? Let's take a 15-second break and see if you can tell me what the answer is. Thank you for accompanying me in this adventure. Let me know in the comments what you think, what you got out of this, if it made sense, if it didn't make sense. Please let me know what my contradictions are and why, most importantly, you think they are contradictions. And why is there a problem with that? Why is there a problem with believing two things are right simultaneously? Have a good night.